Hello, my very most beautiful Libras. How is everyone? I hope you guys are all doing amazing. So my lovelies, we are going to be doing your May weekly reading. Now this reading is going to be a general reading. It will not be able to resonate for all of you. So if you guys want something that is meant for your exact energy, I do have personals open. And everything that you'll need to know will be in the description box below for you. Archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors, please deliver clear messages with a very clear understanding for my most beautiful Libras, please. May the messages that need to be heard the very most please come through, and may they please find those who need to hear it. Please show me Libra's energy, a very clear message with a very clear understanding. All right, my lovelies, let's take a look and see what we've got going on for you. Guys, I feel like you are in the weird, almost like in-between space with your energy. Now, I do want to say that we have the Fool card in the reverse here for your general overall energy. I feel like this is just some anxieties when it comes to either taking an action or moving forward in something, okay, opening up to something. And I feel like in your thoughts, like you're contemplating releasing something, okay, and whether that is, you know, fears and anxieties that are holding you back, or whether that's something from the past, I do feel like there's something that is being released, and that's something that's going on in your thoughts. You're thinking about that, you know, thinking about being ready for that, okay. In your heart space, you have the Ace of Wands here, so there is a new opportunity that you guys are desiring here. I do feel like there is an opportunity for, I don't feel like it's just you wanting something new, although I feel like you do. I feel like there's going to be an opportunity for it. There's something coming in for you, okay? Some of you guys maybe have just met somebody or will just be meeting somebody. And there's a lot of potential here. You got two aces, okay? There's a lot of potential. And it looks like the only thing that is like really the issue or really standing in the way is, you know, your feelings. And that could be because you guys have been through some traumatic things in the past, okay? There could have been some, you know, really traumatic relationship things that you guys have been trying to release or ready to release. And it could have caused some fears, some blockages that you guys then have to try to release again, okay? It's definitely shaken your confidence, okay? Whether that's like on a physical standpoint, whether, you know, you're, you know, having some self-esteem with your physical body, whether you are having some insecurities when it comes to your just yourself in general, maybe trusting yourself. Maybe in the past, you know, you could be blaming yourself for some past things, and it kind of feels like there's just this lack of trust within yourself. There's this insecurity surrounding you and how you feel about you, okay? You get the Empress in the reverse. The Empress is your energy, so in the coming in the reverse, it's like not feeling yourself, not feeling confident in yourself, and whether that is, you know, in your physical body or, you know, the rest of it, like we talked about, just not really fully trusting yourself. And it feels like that's where these anxieties are stemming from. Now, I do feel like underneath the solution here, we could just, there's a need to not rush into things, okay? And maybe in the past you have rushed into things, you just went with how you felt and it didn't work out. I do have a theory about this, you know, things that tend to start fast tend to burn out just as quickly, you know. Things that are made to last take time to build. So I feel like there's nothing wrong with you wanting to take your time. There's nothing wrong with wanting to ease into something or test the waters, okay? That's perfectly fine. And I feel like that's what you keep telling yourself. Like, you know, I'm ready to, like, let's open up to it. Let's try it. And we'll just go slow. We'll take it slow. And that's a great mindset. This doesn't mean the anxieties and the fears aren't still going to be here. This just means that maybe we need to be brave. Being brave does not mean that suddenly you are not afraid. It just means that even though you are afraid, you're going to do it anyways. So that's actually the only time that you can be brave, is when you are afraid. So let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at either the person that you're dealing with or will be dealing with to see what's going on here. Show me the person that Libra's dealing with in the situation or will be dealing with. Show me the person that Libra is dealing with or will be dealing with in this situation, please. So they have the Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. They have the Ten of Swords as well. It kind of feels like to me that one of the things that you're going to recognize about this person is that they have very similar energies as you do. That is maybe how you're going to recognize this person for who they are, okay? Because you guys do have very, very similar energies. I do feel like you guys are going to be able to move through them, though, because this does look positive. But I'm so drawn to how similar your guys' energies are. They have the Ace of Wands, too, but then the Two of Swords. The Fool card, wanting to open up to it, wanting to take a chance, but not being sure because they can't see where it's going to go. They also have the Knight of Swords in the reverse as well. So not wanting to rush things, wanting to take things slow. And that's because they've also experienced some kind of betrayal, some kind of ending here. And I feel like this person was, maybe they're not even out there looking for something new at this time. Okay? They may not have even be looking. And you guys may just stumble across each other because I feel like they're not really out there searching, They've experienced some kind of betrayal. They've experienced some kind of hard ending as well. And they have their own fears around it with this Devil energy here. So it's very interesting to me because in a lot of ways you guys are mirroring each other. So in the headspace, they have the Magician. So I feel like they're ready to take their power back. They're in this energy of wanting to use the ending that they've experienced to create a new beginning for themselves. Okay, we can see that with the Magician. We can see that with the Ace of Wands that they have. So they're gathering an idea of what they want, moving forward based on, what they want and their experiences of what they don't want. So I do feel like this person is like trying to manifest a new beginning, a new life. But they still have a lot of stuff that they're dealing with. They've been through a lot. Some of them could be really focused on their, how do I want to put it? Like their burden of choice. That's how I want to put it. So like their career, or it could be like, maybe there's a business. So that is a lot of work. It's a lot of responsibility, 10 of Wands, but it's something that they're trying to create and manifest. And it's like a burden of choice, So that's kind of what that feels like to me. They could be really focused on that kind of stuff right now and maybe just not looking for love. They've been through a lot of stuff. They're using, kind of transmuting that energy. It almost feels like to me that they're taking their hurt and their pain, their past experiences and kind of putting that into, almost like in a healing way, putting it into whatever they're trying to create and manifest here in their life, whatever they're working on, whatever that burden of choice is. So it looks like maybe they're just not out there actively looking. But I feel like you guys are in a very similar space. Okay, maybe that's how you'll recognize this person. They have the Page of Swords for their true intention in the reverse. So yeah, I feel like this person just isn't, like I said, out there looking. But I feel like you guys find each other because the High Priestess in the reverse. Something comes into their awareness, and I feel like that something is you. We're going to take a look here. I'm going to grab another deck and clarify a little bit. Tell me about this High Priestess in the reverse. So yes, it's like you have this Ace of Pentacles and the High Priestess in the reverse. It's like there's an opportunity. You guys meet each other, and this opportunity suddenly presents itself to both of you. The Devil, but you both have so many fears. Wow. You guys are really like in the same boat. The Judgment card. But you guys are being called into action. You guys are being called to take a look at that for what it is, to recognize the fears for what they are, and then to rise. In the traditional Rider-Waite deck, on the Judgment card, they have these people that are in these coffins, okay? And the angel's coming out of the sky with this giant like horn and this flag, and it's asking them to rise. They have a choice. They can either stay in their old life inside of the coffin, or they can rise and they can live. They can step outside of the coffin and experience a new life. Okay, I feel like that's what's being called. Or you can stay in your fear where you are now, both of you, or you guys can rise, and experience a new life. So I feel like this person's really working on other things. I feel like you have passions that you are, working on as well. I feel like there's an opportunity that is coming into both of your awareness. You guys are like coming into alignment with one another, and you guys have both experienced similar things. You guys could have a very deep understanding, but you both have to be able to push past your fears in order to grab a hold of this opportunity. That's the thing with the Ace of Pentacles is the opportunity is here, but it only is here if you grab onto it. It's only here if you put the work in for it. So we're going to grab a card or another deck, and we're going to take a look at what your biggest challenge is this week. We're going to look at what you don't see coming and your advice. Wow, you really can't even play. Look at this. We got the Judgment card fell out again. We're keeping it. Yeah, you guys are being called. You guys are being called to step out of the coffins. What is Libra's biggest challenge this week? What is Libra's biggest challenge this week? The Knight of Wands. So this Knight of Wands is a little bit goofy to me. It kind of has a different meaning to me than it does in a lot of the other decks. You know, the Knight of Wands at the end of the day is a card of desires. Now, you know, sometimes, yes, because of that, it can represent playboy, playgirl type energy and all that. To me, in this deck, it really doesn't have that vibe. You know, if this is, he's like goofy dancing. He's happy. He's having fun. He's playing. To me, this is just a card of desires, especially in this deck. It's a card of desire. Okay, I feel like your challenge is to allow yourself to let loose. Allow yourself to have a little fun. Allow yourself to want. It's okay to want that. You know, I feel like you guys are almost afraid to want love. You guys are almost afraid to want that person, that perfect person. Because in the past, when you have and you've tried, it didn't work. So it's almost like you're afraid to even want it. You know, let yourself want it. Admit to yourself the desire. Sometimes the biggest lies we can tell ourselves, the worst ones, are the ones that we tell ourselves when we try to tell ourselves that we don't want something or that it's not for us. So that's your challenge, taking action after your desires, what you truly want. The Knight of Pentacles. I do feel like this person that's coming in, you know, I do feel like they are very solid. I do feel like they are very stable. But you have to allow yourself to open up to it. So let's take a look here. What doesn't, man, all these, the Sun card just fell out. Yeah, there's a lot of potential happiness here. I feel like a lot of things are being made clear to you as well. What doesn't Libra see coming? What doesn't Libra see coming? The Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is like being, it's like self-imposed prison. It's being trapped in your own mind. It's also the astrological energies that are tied to that is Jupiter and Gemini. Jupiter is a card of blessings. It's a card of growth and expansion. And sometimes Jupiter and Gemini, that energy can be saying that you can maybe you only see one way of doing things, or you can't see a positive solution. Okay, you can't see a positive solution. You can't see a way out of it. You know, with Jupiter, it's like there's blessings here for you. But you have to grow and expand. You have to be able to push past your comfort zone. You have to be able to push past those fears. You have to be able to step out of that coffin in order to see the blessings. So what you don't see coming is how in your head you're going to be. Maybe you're like, maybe you feel like, you know what, I would be ready for love. But then when the opportunity comes, you know, you get all these anxieties, you get all these, you know, fears that are coming up. And maybe that's even unexpected for you. So what action, or what, not action, goofy, what advice do we have? We have two that flew out. Let's see what they are. The Six of Swords. It's time for a transition. Okay, that's moving past the fears, moving past the conflict. The fives are challenges, they're conflict. But the six is like moving past that, overcoming that, and moving into a calmer, smoother time. The six is also like victory, it's transition. So I feel like you're at a major transition point in your life here. And the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands it can be a card of blocking something out or being too defensive, you know, being too on guard. So that could be cautioning you against that. It can also just be knowing what you want, okay? And like defending your position up on the hill. You deserve to have love. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to trust, and you deserve to be open. And, you know, stepping into that and then defending yourself, you know, standing up for yourself, because if you don't, who's going to? But that is what I have for you guys. So if this resonates, let me know in the comments down below. If it doesn't, check out your other placements. Everything that you guys need to know, whether it's about this reading or about scheduling your personals, all of that is going to be in the description box below for you. If you like the way that I read, please like, share, and subscribe. And most importantly, guys, if you want personal prayers for any reason at all, just go ahead and put the little prayer emoji in the comments down below, and I will go through and pray for you. So I am sending so much love and light. Until next time.